Navi.
They're gonna collide here on the mid lane, and it's a little bit of a loss for Navi since they're the ones who drop a ward and get spotted doing so.
And there's already a sentry on Ninja Boogie to come and deward this. If they know,
they probably
they
will.
should know.
They probably will anticipate it, but they didn't really see it. They just ran out of smoke. And, I think Enchantress was the one who planted the ward, but she has one more ward in her inventory, so not so telling. There's a sentry dropped by Roger. Okay, so let's go back to the topic. The thing is, as a support Chen, it can be quite hard to impact the lanes at a speed that's high enough, right? You're jungling a bit and then you're striking the lane, but most of the time you're just sitting in the jungle doing nothing. You're not really impacting the game fast enough. It is very risky. If you don't succeed with the gank, it takes a long time to rebuild the army. Whereas an offlane Chen can actually harass the enemy safe laner quite a bit. Still play a decent... I see Mushi now.
What's going on?
They have.
Yeah, they've got TPs, I guess, so they can move themselves around. So
very interesting. I think he should already move, but he's securing the lane for Mushi first, and then he's got a TP top with Chen. This is very strange what we're seeing now.
Mushi on his previous game as Life Stealer went for the Battle Fury build and looked incredibly good with it. Got themselves a victory very quickly for themselves. So we'll take a look at that in a little bit as that lane gets all matched up. Mid lane, though, is going to be the interesting one, feels like. Moon up against Dendi, Storm against TA. Already the Observer Ward has been removed. Assuming Storm got his hands on that, but no, in a second we'll move back up to the top. Chilling touch there. ICEICEICE taking an absolute beating as they chase him down, and one more punch from Roger secures that kill.
Offlane Chen loot. Well, the thing is, he didn't get to send home his creeps, right? He sent home the carry's creeps and then had his TP top. And now he doesn't have TP ready because of this. I don't know why they stayed with Chen bottom after they decided to swap lanes. Probably a last-second decision.
Is he going to jungle now?
I think he might have to, because you're not supposed to have this kind of a situation.
Moon, this is the Radiant side of the river.
What are you doing here, buddy?
Dire hero. Roger and Seneko both come in to try and force him back. Now, Moon doesn't have a lane to go to.
It's a long time that he's not going to be on the lane. He's going to fight his way out of this. And it's not that easy to bring him down, actually. I don't know if they're going to be able to kill him.
Roger's holding the torrent just in case the TP comes. Moon looking to maybe deny to neutrals, but Seneko's there with a final punch.
The torrent holding the neutrals away while they kill him with the right click. So smart.
This is huge for Dendi, though, right? He gets a ton of free time mid lane.
It is massive. That was a very long time of Storm being away from the mid. You already see half a level advantage. That makes quite a bit of difference here. Level 3 before.
Did Moon play TA this tournament already? I feel like we've seen Moon on a bunch of different heroes.
I don't think I've seen Moon. Oh yeah, he did play TA once. I think.
Yeah, Moon played TA against LFY. That was that game where they absolutely slaughtered them.
He was the one who dismantled the Shadowfiend mid zone.
Oh, it was the OP? Yeah.
It was the game where they just had a clean 1v1 mid and no support was there. And watch. Jab's trying to get the courier snipe here, but he is already fail as the courier is going to deliver brute to AA.
There's an Invisipunka mid with X Torrent. Moon playing very safely.
They know what's up.
Know what's up. Scan from the Radiant also catching out a little bit of info there on Jabs as he moves in to try and zone Dendi, but Observer Ward taken out thanks to this wonderful sentry that sat there for a good 3 minutes now.
Sentry. It was, the long play, waiting for it. Knew there was going to be a ward eventually.
They must have dewarded the Radiant Ops got killed, right? There must have been a Dire Sentry that also got dewarded, but Moon X, after the torrent landed, into the cold feet. That is such a nice combination. Doesn't even snap him in place, just Dendi with the damage there, and Seneko secures.
And look at top lane. ICEICEICE is actually starting to assert some control over this lane now. He's able to farm quite a bit. He's getting good CS. He's top CS, actually, after having been first blooded and swapping lanes and not doing what he wanted to do. He is actually top CS. Crystallize not having the easiest times. These are two strong creeps. He can got his hands on.
Sure are. And he's going to get the Centaur here, but
to get the bounty rune.
Coming. Seneko running across. He's been spotted though. ICEICEICE knows
He's
he
coming
is
in from behind.
incoming.
It's dangerous for AA.
It really is. Bounty Rune will go the way of ICEICEICE. Torrent won't land. In come the creeps. Down goes Seneko. Void comes across, but it's not just that, but ICEICEICE stacks for himself. He can send the Sato back home to go and heal, then come back out to lane.
It's so nice that you can send home the creep and then recall it as well. It's one of the big components for off-lane Chen, where you don't roam around so much, but you just want to stay here. He's gonna go down probably to this gank though. X-Mark coming in.
I'm scared about Mski dying bottom lane, but you're right, top. There's the X-Mark into the damage. Down goes ICEICEICE.
He's gonna take down. Well, the AA Q finally gets him 2 kills at the same time for Navi. Good rotation.
Yeah, General somehow managed to zone Mski all the way back from lane, chasing through the jungle. Ninja Boogie and Jabs unavailable to come in and save him. So even with all of this kind of manipulation of the waves, of the lanes, Mski not having the perfect kind of free farm time that he maybe would have expected or wanted to have. As General, level 5, now going to get gone on. Jabs in with a stun. They have the shackles and the rage here to do the damage in, and with the heal, not enough through the Ether Shock level 2 of Ninja Boogie. They do bring down the Enchantress at long last. Look at this. ICEICEICE stacking and
to
farming.
He's getting a lot of farm with this build.
bad.
This is very interesting to see. He has 3 creeps and they're all quite strong now. A lot of farm for himself. Jungle it up a little bit while pushing out the lane.
He's going to be level 6 before 6 minutes, right?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, very, very close to it.
He's very close to hitting it. Actually, that was shared experience on the center.
Roger came in.
To share with your enemies.
Unfortunate.
But you're gonna get it from melee creeps here, and I don't know if they want to dive in on this Chen. He knows that they're coming, but he has 3 creeps and he is really strong with his heal.
Oh, Jabs is arriving as well.
He's-
Sand King,
he should
2-man
be
stun
dead.
potentially. Always trying to line it up. Does get away from the torrent, but the cold feet snaps in. Hand of God keeps him up. Roger dies. Jabs trying to survive, but
Oh, the bash.
one hit bash from Crystallize. He knows what's up. I don't
That's
think
what it means to be number 1.
Is Seneko going to have the same luxury of escaping? Oh, just about gets back to Fountain.
Now he realized that he didn't have enough nuke without the Q, and Dendi actually getting a kill onto Ninja Boogie all the way down here. As he went to check the rune, he just kind of happened to be around here and thought with a kill.
Super important that TA now level 6. Storm just about to hit level 5. So there's the kind of period now where TA has traps and Storm doesn't have ball lightning. Oh, they're going to try and
They're
in with a torrent moon. This is tragic, honestly, for the mid lane.
It's beautiful to watch. He even landed one side blade before reaching up, so making max use of the hero there. Beautiful stuff. Dendi, as always, he's never a disappointment on TA.
This is a really interesting game, though. You know, quite often we see
I mean, tower push by Chen.
a tower push by, a Chrono bottom, Mski dead to impetus shot. Yeah, like, every lane has different stories going on at different times. You know, quite often you see a mirror effect, right? Where one team has, you know, lane A and B going well and okay, and then lane C is poor, and then the other team is the opposite. Yeah. Lane C going well, lane B going okay, it's Jabs to die there. But this game is just kind of, not chaotic, but
It's a little bit all over the place, it definitely is. And right now, the biggest story is how the Storm Spirit has to jungle up, and he's only level 5 still, while TA is halfway to level 8. So that's a big advantage right now.
then do you have stack? Got one big ancient stack there.
He does, yeah. Gonna be farming away on the medium camp, probably gonna go on stack right after that. And he's ready to clear that ancient stack as well. He has the power treads, all he really needs for it. AA helping out.
Go back and stack the large camp. So General, after tier 1 top has gone down, finishing off his own treads, moving to the drums. All pretty natural progression there for the Enchantress. But I'm watching Mski and I'm really interested to see what kind of build he goes, because you're down 11-3. Your lanes for Mineski haven't gone really well, but you've still got a lot of power behind.
Yeah, he's not having an easy game, so I'm quite curious as well. I think just armlet first is still good, but with an AA in the enemy team, it's kind of, you know, disincentivizing you from doing so. We'll see if he decides to go for something a little bit safer, maybe going into the
Solar Crest Radiant.
Maybe Midas, maybe Solar Crest. I don't think you want to go Solar Crest straight up though. First item. Tough game to itemize for him, for sure. Solar Crest would add the benefit of not being so burstable by the Void and the TA, who both are getting quite farmed in this.
Got a while to think about his options, right? Only 800 saved up.
He would have even longer if he died there. But meanwhile,
We found
there's
Roger.
Kunkka.
Nice little torrent though, keeps the Chen creeps out.
Chrono. Oh, they don't have
Crystallize
it.
doesn't have it. They used it earlier to kill off Mski. So Ninja Boogie feeling the pain of being shot, now turning back to the shackles. Hand of God is good, keeping them up and running, but Roger survives. Ninja Boogie dies. The Kunkka still is going to survive. Gets another torrent in onto Jabs. Down he goes. Roger's running, hiding, and surviving. Suneko does take a tumble in mid lane as Moon finds that kill. A general turned around on by Mushi, munching down on the Enchantress. Finally brought to her knees. And Crystallize nothing really to give here.
A lot of things happening. A lot of things going the way of Mineski right now, but meanwhile we see a chase by DeNdi here. He's gonna kill this Storm, I think, if he doesn't get to jump. Drop, efficiency, magic wands, and gets to the high ground.
Drops the null, pops the wand, gets up. Very nice.
He gets out nice.
But yeah, Mineski playing around as Chen, who's level 8 with the drums. Really nicely done.
They have to use the Chen. He's the strongest hero they have right now, and get something done. He did take the top tower, swung down here, got some kills. Now with one more tower taken, he really only wants to go and pressure a TA right now.
I can't even start to imagine how good Mushi must feel about the last minute. He went from having phase boots and like 800 gold. All of a sudden he's got armlet pretty much done.
Sure, he got 2,000 gold after all was said and done. Pretty nice for him for sure.
Chrono time. Crystallize. X mark into
Probably
boat.
won't even need to. Got the chip.
Like they're okay, just bring ICEICEICE down the good old-fashioned way.
They can. The Kunkka is really good for setting up kills like this. Whenever you're moving together with multiple heroes and you run into a single guy, they're pretty much guaranteed to die. And he has the Tranquils, so he's super fast. I'm gonna mess with Mushi here a little bit. Rage is forced out. The Chrono is available.
Oh man.
Beautiful Chrono even. Even the Kunkka could have right-clicked there if he was tankier on lifesteal. But he dies. Navi coming back pretty strong here, getting some kills.
Yeah, very swift and decisive. Now, one kind of, maybe not a problem, but definitely a challenge that Mineski are going to have to think about how they deal with it, is you have this armlet lifestealer, you've got the Infest, and you would love to kind of activate him and get the bombs going, right? But Storm in this position really wants to be farming jungle and trying to build back up, right? So you have this kind of catch-22 where you want to utilize the armlet Infest, but you also want to be kind of farming with Storm. Nice to knife from Ninja Boogie. Do you think Moon kind of has to give up the farming pace and just go in?
I think he has to go. I don't think that they should be sitting back and farming because both the Void and TA are going to get monstrously strong. I think Storm has to just accept the fact that, okay, I misplayed or I struggled in the early game and now I have to fight with a little bit less fun. Because right now, you're looking at a TA finishing what's going to be a 12-minute Desolator with power treads, full of magic wand. This is a very, very early timing. He's going to be able to have like a 1630 easy blink. Gets one kill there. Moon pick up with the AA. Gets out as well.
X mark just coming off cooldown.
That's good though. That's exactly what we were saying though. He needs to go and fight. He needs to go and do stuff, put pressure, fight, and you know, just in general get something done on the map. He tried to save this. I was getting killed by DeNdi.
Okay, fair enough.
ICEICEICE.
I mean, how long?
Cares about his pets, you know?
160-second cooldown, I don't care. I'm going to save my Alpha Wolf.
Not quite sure about that one, yeah.
Bomb with jabs onto Roger, the Shrine's there, popped and nicely played. Roger survives. That's a torrent as well. He's being caught with no range for 7 seconds. He has to armlet toggle his way out of this with the cold feet snap. And Enchantress with the damage allows DeNdi, the TA, to Desolate to swipe down the Lifestealer.
Love the X-Mark and Cold Feet combination. It's so fun to see, you know, no torrent, just X-Marking, pulling them back and making sure they freeze. I don't think I've seen a team actually use the combination fight like that as actively as they're doing.
Super nice. And this
early Roche being taken here.
This Roger Kunkka seems pretty fast as well. You're looking at net worth, 3k. Doesn't seem significant, but Tranquil Soul Ring allows him to be a walking fountain for himself, right? Never needs to go back home. He's just always on the map, ready to go.
Yes, he's getting quite strong, and having that winner kit later on is going to be very nice against the Storm Spirit. Super early Roshan being taken here by Navi. Great to use that Desolator as soon as possible, getting the Roche kill. And that's also going to mean that the second Roche spawns faster, which is an important thing to force if you're the one ahead, because you want something so you can get high ground. Yeah. Realizing that they have Eng to tank it, they have used it nicely.
Get the nice little Aegis cycle started early. Mushi with his armlet still trying to hold out in that middle lane. ICEICEICE looking to maybe backstab this tier 1, but a smoke from Navi with a chrono ready. It looks like Crystallize and Seneko want to get this combo going themselves. With a chrono into Ice Blast, they'll land it in on Mushi, and that's him pretty much dead, right? Tries the infest, nearly gets inside, but the bashes from Crystallize will be enough.
No way out of it. And we see Moon trying to get a kill here. Does have a DD rune, but he only has level 1. Vortex and Centaur was too far away. Meanwhile,
just catch the tail end of Jabs dying. Roger's everywhere. He is all over this map, just falling with power. 2, 1, and 11 on the Kunkka so far.
he is. He's been involved so much, and this is looking even worse than I thought for Mineski. Points. So many people going down in random locations. Dendi now farming the enemy jungle and pushing top. He is 200 gold away from a Blink Dagger 14 minutes in. That would have been okay if it wasn't for the fact that he had a Desolator already. He is monstrously farmed.
Out of control, almost.
Yep.
I mean, Glimmercape, you were mentioning it from Roger, and I thought, yeah, he's got like 700 gold. He'll be there in a couple of minutes, but...
No. He's just
He's got
flying
it.
ahead. He's getting there way
freaking
sooner
got it.
than anyone on Mineski would ever want.
General, the kind of quiet hero of this game, just moving around, pressuring lanes definitely, drums up with the treads.
Playing
but
his part, yeah.
he's going to be that sticking point, really, because he's hard to kill, but lots of damage. We've seen plenty of impetus shots just ruin Mushi. Really, General is just going to be looking for, where's the life stealer? Can I do damage to him?
Seneko, you are probably gonna die here, sir. He's going on. He does get the AOP out. Always some damage dealt at least. And then it's gonna be a tower trade, but already tier 1 bottom going down. Pushing for a tier 2. Snake's committed for this tier 1 since they're pushing power quite enough, I guess.
There you are. Go and steal some catapults, dude. Grab some of those carties.
The free fight.
Grab a wild wing, run it away, die. Nice D-ward comes out, Ninja Boogie clears up an observer, and Mushi finally brings down that mid-tier 1.
Tier 2 tower going down without contest though. This is so massive for Navi. They're getting a lot. Oh, that was close.
Nice attempt by Roger.
Yeah. Trying into a fog of war, realizing that someone here being out perhaps.
Also tier 3 damage. Not much, but Catapult will get a few hits in.
They've started it. At least they've started reaching the base. There's a PD rune on bottom. Neither team knows right now, but that rune could be very big for either Storm or TA. Or even Boyle. He looks like he might be the one to get it, but see it all the way down after this.
Nearly a kill on Mushi with a chrono, but he toggles down with the Orb of Venom going. Dying to it, unfortunately.
That is
Slight mistime.
my bad, Roger.
General gets the kill. Crystallize now with Shadow Blade on the horizon. Nearly done. No Fatal Fury nonsense from him. Mask of Madness, seeing as there's nothing...
Chen is going down. There's no way out of it.
Where? Oh, goodness.
Oh, TA is activating. She has the Aegis, just diving.
Has
They
the blade.
slowed him up with the traps at first, and there was no way to escape. Kunkka was chasing, he had to go into a tree line, and TA just goes in to finish the job.
Chen army's gone now as well.
This is looking horrendously for Mineski.
They're smoking up and looking for a play. So Void with a Mask of Madness, there's nothing to stop him in Chrono, so Mask of Madness here, just the biggest damage output item you can get on a Void.
That's true.
Early
It's also
stages.
very efficient for me.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
the main reason you would ever go for it. And the Shadow Blade, the attack speed combination allows for so many bashes. So the Dieterun finally gonna get snagged up by this Storm Spirit. Just have the Kaya and going in towards the Bloodstone.
Smoke doesn't come to anything though. Jabs will have it dissipate in just a bit. But this is where Na'Vi, Aegis is going to go in 20 seconds. They could think about making a play right here, right now. Mushi up on the front lines of this tier 2 mid. Dendi starts to focus it down. They're kind of goading and baiting Mineski to come and play into their hands, right? Because they have these big spells that they can launch into them. Maybe not the Chrono just yet. 40 seconds for it. Is this maybe a timing Mineski can exploit with Chrono down?
They have to be wary though, because there's still that Aegis timing out just now though. Okay, could be a good time to look up.
Oh, they'll jump Roger. And that'll be a quick and easy one.
I think everyone on the side of Mineski is happy to kill Roger. He's been messing with him so much.
Really has. What's his score right now? 2-2-11. He's kept himself alive.
Been doing a lot of work in general. He's finding so many opportunities to find kills. And this Chronosphere coming off cooldown soon. with the Shadow Blade almost being completed on Voids. I think that's what we're gonna see. A little sneaky rotation with that soon. Bottom, they're looking to set up a kill on the TA. You have the epicenter is up here, and he could be in trouble.
Where are you going, Dendi? And the burrow, Epi into the Vortex. This is the end of the TA's run. 502 into the Hex and Death. There we go. 400 gold goes into the pocket of Moon. 700 the total bounty there for Jabs. A ton of money.
A ton of money indeed. It's a massive kill, and he pushed a little bit too aggressively. He thought he could blink out from any form of jump, but of course, sanking jump really, really quick. Tough to react to that in time. Looking at Chen, we are seeing the Agonist build. Yeah, 1250 gold for one kill.
1600 swing from one kill.
An important kill for sure.
Chen Ags being built up now by ICEICEICE after the Midas was complete quite some time ago. So he's going to look for those big old...
Going for the army builds. He's telling the Ancients to repent. Soon he's going to come back and take them.
Convert them to his own.
Well, what do we have Crystallize doing? He did sneak around with the Shadow Blade for a little while looking for a kickoff. Didn't really find anyone as everyone is playing on the bottom part of the map. Mski. But they do see the Shadow Blade completed now.
About a minute until the fastest Roche respawn as well. So it feels like Navi trying to play around that. Vision around Roshan in a bit. Yeah, hit again as well. Hurricane Pike on its way for Dendi, moving through his own jungle, but Mineski have carved a nice bit of the map away from themselves with a couple of kills. Roger down, Dendi gone, but Dendi by Jabs. Roger with a glimmer, moving forward. Torrent thrown out here after the X mark as Ninja Boogie's just absolutely obliterated.
They saw Dendi and they were like, we can kill him twice in a row, guys, let's go. But this time, every single player was there. Even the Void TP down did not commit the Chrono, however, so he still has it. They could do some damage. Tier 2 tower is gone, unfortunately, because they kind of want to push just that. They don't want to high ground, but they do want to take some objective.
Look at Moon. Very sneakily cutting waves. Stuck around, threw some remnants out to see where Navi were heading. They shift in towards middle lane. Still some catapults here as General has the enchant up from second. Get the double catapults moving forward and look for the tier 2 mid is super low HP, so they can probably grab that one for themselves. But it's really just Navi maneuvering around Roshan, it feels like.
They're setting up, they're pushing out all the lanes and starting to take control of the area around Roche Pits. Getting this tower removed is only one more.
Ice Blast. There it is. In onto Mushi with the Chrono as well. Hand of God comes in, but is it going to be enough for the Torrent landing in? Mushi can rage and walk himself away. Invest inside, and he's got himself out. Ninja Boogie does get hit by the boat, but Mushi's out, alive and happy.
Yeah, he stayed safe there, and the Crow Spear was wasted, you could say, not getting that kill, so that's a nice little break here from Mineski, especially as Roshan is sort of coming up soon.
And Chen split pushing like a boss. Had his creeps all the way on the tier 2 and forces a TP rotation from Dendi, brings the creeps back into the fountain. Though Mineski now feels like they can go and make a play somewhere. Albert up on Mushi. They've got the Serpent Wards ready. Storm Spirit, how close is he to this Bloodstone? Super, super close with the money he's got to finish it off potentially. But the fight around Roshan's going to be the key pivotal moment for both of these teams.
It is. So finding any form of pickoff right now is going to be absolutely massive. The smoke comes out from Mineski. They want to make a wraparound towards the top lane. There's only an end, not the biggest kill, but also completely irrelevant. Getting any form of kill is nice since you have Bloodstone.
This is the start of the comeback. If things go well for Mineski in the next couple of minutes, General
dukes it out.
Forced down so quickly, they don't even know what hits him. Storm zips in though, catching out Suneko's ancient apparition. The Ice Blast clips across a couple of them, but the blast damage isn't there. Now with AA dead, Mineski unable to go into the pit. Being half HP, Smith channel the epicenter looking for Dendi. They got the vision in onto the Temple Assassin. Oh, Dendi hexed up and killed. This is huge. Mineski, they've swung this game around now with a couple of good pickoffs. Can they go for tier 2? Can they go for Roshan? They've got objectives on the cards. This is monumental for Mineski.
It's pretty disastrous. That's the second time that Dendi gets a little bit too far out. I think he's having such a good game that he feels a little bit immortal, you know. You feel like we should be able to do this. And he needed to be much more careful. They do have 4 staff in his team, but he was not even facing backwards. He was facing to the east by the time the 4 staff hit him. No way to save him really there.
The drifting sheep.
They're not going to be able to take Roche though on the side of Dire because their damage is simply not that high. They went for the Halberd first, Lifestealer.
Yeah.
Very good build against TA.
Void even.
Sure, for sure. Gonna be helpful for sure.
I thought maybe they could go in with like Serpent Wards and try and do that with Chrono still down, but they've caught one over far west in general. This ICEICEICE army.
More blood for the Bloodstone. 17 charges. Already found 3 charges in just a little bit over a minute. Really, really fast scaling here for a Storm.
Hey, ICEICEICE, calm down with the golems, okay?
More golems. All the stuns.
How farmed is he actually? 9k? He's not far behind the Void, honestly. Crystallizer's definitely slowed down in farm with the...
He is farmed, but it's kind of hard to translate that into actual value right now. But he is going to have the Ancients coming up as soon as the Courier is coming back. He's going to be able to take up some Ancient creeps. And of course, having that Black Dragon in your army and the Kynite Golem, those two would really help.
Even just like A-moving a dragon down the lane, right?
Yeah,
Because
you can split push so hard with them.
Navi seem very 5-man focused around the Chrono, the Ice Blast. They want to try and take
Navi.
a big team fight. Spotted. Ward on the high ground, sentries are down, obs wards everywhere. Jeez, look at this. Clear the wards there, but Mineski, they see the obs, take that one out with the help of their nice little sentry. So nobody gains anything, everyone just loses.
Yeah, but all just posturing. You want this Roshan so badly. You have to play around it entirely. No one is going anywhere else on the map right now. Playing around this area. There is an Arcane Rune Storm Spirit, by the way, with Kaya. That is a really, really strong reduction. Big impact in the next fight. Since there are not too many stuns, we have to see what we can find. That is beautiful. Finally, we get to see it, the Thunderhide.
AFK's in the pit. That's the only reason he's picked it up. Scout out Roshan.
But he took over a dragon and he's shrining it up, making sure it feels good, you know. Sorry for hurting you, poor dragon.
Get into the sauna.
The dragons still look pretty derpy. They were made to look less derpy, but still.
I mean, they were literally goofy before teeth. Their teeth are still super weird. Like
they are, actually. It's just a forward-facing teeth.
Yeah.
It's not functional, Val. How do you eat like that?
It's like Broodmother isn't really a spider. He's got too many, or not enough leg. Valve doesn't know. Mineski finding themselves a little groove here, finding a foothold in the game. Dendi needs the BKB done, right? He's very close to it, just needs the recipe and the rest of it. Overrunning Courier, but the swift blink away. Dendi not going to get caught by the epicenter this time.
Always playing on the edge. Dendi this time just barely escaping. That's pretty big though.
Did he react to ball lightning there, or was it just...
he was just getting out anyway. That was not reaction play. That was just it was time. It was time to get out. He did not stay all the way until the end there. So that's why they expected him to just keep farming. But he got out in time. Now with Epicenter on cooldown, hard for Dire to contest Rogue. Sankey doesn't even have mana.
Thunder high. Back.
There's a Granite Golem. Probably gonna see that converted as well.
Mineski coming in. Half HP Roshan.
What can he do though?
Jabs. Also, he could be a Dendi, but he might lose his life. But this Hand of God comes out, but Jabs is gone. Moon has Lucy inside of him, invested into the storm. Dragon pulls away.
With the BKB on cooldown, you want to be careful here. Void going back, but their sentry works down. They see him right now. This could be bad for Crystal.
Sentry just out of the range of the other set. There's sentries everywhere, but none of the sentries see the other sentries
just
until finally a sentry comes out.
Sentries everywhere for sure.
Oh boy.
Roche is super low right now.
2,000 HP.
Stressful moment here for both teams.
Hit until it's finished off. Mineski, ICEICEICE, he wants in. He moves forward.
Scared of Storm just balling in and taking that Aegis. He can ball in and grab the TA, right? So it's very scary for Dendi to continue taking out Roche here. They get some sentry down. Good.
Hello! Oh no! Storm. The Ice Blast flies over, doesn't quite connect, but they still get the kill on Moon. Now Mski in trouble. The lives of the bashed up. One more hit is all they need, and they get it as well. The buyback from Moon comes out. They need to contest this Roshan. They buy back both of their core heroes, coming straight towards the shrine. They have Infest again into Moon if they need it, but Roshan's not being taken.
Epicenter is up now as well. It's been so long that they've been posturing over here that Sanking is actually ready to fight. They're just going to go in for the Roche.
Serpent Wards. Mushi's in. Storm zips forward as well. Oh boy. Mineski, have you stolen this away? The boat after Torrent will fly forward, catching one of the two key heroes. Dendi with the BKB, trying to take down Ninja Boogie, but the Roshan snaps. Crystallize gets the Aegis. This is huge for Navi. Mushi, disaster as the two buyback heroes going to get taken down by General. One falls, but Storm zips away. Fortunately for them, they did take down the Aegis, but ICEICEICE chased by Dendi. A double kill for the TA as he cleared through the rest of the heroes of Mineski.
Yeah, he also... Dendi was pretty much just focusing on killing those two ancient creeps from Chen. So for a very long time, he was just murdering them and kind of slabulating onto Chen. Really good fight still for Navi there. Crystallize coming in clutch again. I thought that Dendi was going to blink in and try to steal the Aegis Ortiz because he had the blink ready when it happened. But
he killed the Rasta, chased the Chen.
Yeah, he was just zoning. He trusted his Crystallize, you know.
He knew the Void had it going on.
Second still has ulti. He's channeling. Going.
Oh, here we go. Crystallize caught Storm with the Vortex. They've got the Hex in. Crystallize is dead.
Forstaff not going to be able to save him this day.
Where's Dendi?
He's
Running away.
Still cheese on this Storm. If he wants to heal up his mana, he could go quite far here.
Right. Dendi. Get caught, but he blinks away. Mski still moving forward. Still disadvantaged on his dire team, but still playing aggressively as though they're the ones that are ahead.
Pretty interesting. Buybacks were expanded there before Roshan as well, on the side of Dire. So they have bought back their Chen, they have bought back their Storm, and their Lifestealer, correct?
Yeah.
Those are the heroes that we're forced to use. So that is a lot of damage dealt, of course. Triple core buyback expanded. The TA moving in towards the Orchid next.
Storm doesn't have a defensive item, right?
He does not yet. He's going for the Orchid himself, so there's going to be a time when he cannot get away from that silence. The Chen can be there to save him, perhaps.
Not even a Glimmer Cape or a Force Staff or anything on Dire team.
Yeah, no, nothing.
All of these heroes seem very individually focused.
It is a little bit strange to have a team with not a single Force Staff. It's very rare to see in competitive DotA because Force Staff is really the way that you save each other. And if you look over to Navi, they have 3 different ones, right? Kunkka, who also has the Glimmer Cape, so he's an expert at saving right now. 2 Hurricane Pike. There they go. Hell drops a sentry and sees that, oh, I'm dead. How fun. Missed the combo a little bit on Kunkka, but it has no impact.
Playing with his food.
Yeah.
Crystallize hunting deeper.
Oh, they saw him.
Mushi.
They want him. He has no buyback. They know it.
You're right. The Ice Blast flies. This could be end of the road for Mineski. Mushi's dead for 60
Dendi with his
seconds.
side-blading from the creeps as well, adding so much damage into it.
Sick plays. Navi ready to go now. Tier 3 middle lane. 544 health. Looks like it should be a simple takedown for them. They glyph their creeps middle, try and keep them alive against the Storm Spirit as he zips forward and TP'd. Well, he's not TPing back home.
They're gonna, yeah, exactly. He keeps going. They are gonna lose the creeps. They could go up and hit right now. The creeps are close enough. They have a few seconds, but they're not taking out the tower. They now realize that they can kill it, but it was a little bit late.
They can finish this before.
No.
No.
That's why they realized a little bit earlier they could have gone that tower for sure.
3 or 4 seconds or so would have
Courier?
made the difference.
Gets clipped.
The medallion. Who's that for? The Kunkka's Solar Crest. Mineski just pulling out all the stops to try and keep their base alive, and it's working.
This is a lot of downtime for Navi. They do have a creep wave here, and they're going to try and protect it. Almost to the point they want to have a pipe just for saving creep waves against the Storm Ball Lightning. But they could go with that creep wave instead. Going to farm a little bit more, I think. A little bit slow.
And he's setting up the traps down bottom lane. 5,000 gold saved on the TA.
Infest bomb by Mineski.
Orchid on the Storm is complete. I believe it's coming on the Courier. Indeed it is. So Moon has the Orchid. TA just finished off an Orchid of her own. But TA has the BKB advance.
She does. So it's a little bit hard to bring her down with Orchid. It's still very good if you can time it after the BKB is out on Void, but do you live at that point? Is the question. Are you still alive?
Dendi blinks east from mid lane as the scan hits red, and he's like, no.
Yep.
Rejoin my team. Storm silenced. Here we go. Good burst strike into the middle with Jabs and Mski getting a lot done. Ice Blast will land with the Yosef from Jabs. Keeps him up in the air away from danger. But he's going to get focused down now with the impetus shots raining down in general. They find that kill as the Lifestealer is shredded by Dendi. Chen and Storm are the only surviving heroes. And they're the ones that now have to defend the base against the...
And they're going straight down the mids. Chen and Storm, they can do the send home trick and try to push out the creep wave, but Storm just gonna go and push top first since he realizes there's a creep wave up there as well. Should TP home immediately now though. He needs to be here, he needs to kill that wave.
That send back trick. You just reminded me of a game where Alliance were losing. It was S4 Storm, back when he was still playing mid for Alliance. Arcade Chen, of course. And they were losing like 30-5 or something. And they just kept doing the Storm sit mid, keep killing creep waves over and over again, die and buy back. And they like eventually came back with it, but it looks like this game Navi have already cleared through mid lane.
I think Mineski already gave up, sort of. I don't know why he wouldn't go home and defend with Storm there. He could easily have killed this creep wave before it reached his base, and that would not have been too bad.
Well, they give up mid lane. Bottom tier 3 is left, forcing Navi to try and reset, recuperate. Jabs goes in. Strike with the moon follows through. They've got a lot of damage in onto Dendi. With the Hex, they'll control him, but it's the Chrono. The 3-man lands in with a boat torrent as well. This is the end of the road for Mineski and Navi. They will continue rampant running through the enemy base. Only real hero left to defend is this big epicentering Sand King. ICEICEICE has nothing left to give. Sentence creeps into the battle, but they will fall like flies as Navi clears through the entire squad. And GG must be coming. Mski calls it. Good luck to Navi.
Navi,
Mineski are done.
Gonna be the ones to take it. Honestly, I feel like every single game that we watched here, it pretty much came down to who got a draft